Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you how you can script on Roblox and make your own various allies of games. First, what you want to do is go to the Roblox page. And then you want to hit create, I think, yeah. And then what you want to do is hit studio. And then this will give you Roblox Studio. I already have Studio. But once you open Studio, you can pick from these various choices of games or game templates. You got the base plate, flat terrain, the village, the castle. Don't know how to call this. I guess this is kind of like the city or something. Racing, Pirate Island, Western, the Western template, City, Obby, Starting Place, which is your actual starting. Once you join Roblox, everyone will be prompted with the starting place as their first game. Then you line runner, infinite runner, capture the flag, team/FFA, arena, combat, create and destroy, and then galactic. I can't English today, guys. Galactic Speedway. The one I'm gonna use today is base plate. So open up base plate. Now, sorry. Now you probably already got the bases. If you haven't, you probably know how to add models and stuff, and how to make brick, you know how to make stuff like this. If you don't, I'd rather go watch a video that I'm gonna be making soon that will show you all the bases of Roblox Studios toolkit thing. So first off, to make a script, what you want to do is go to workspace, which is your workspace area, which is this and everything. I would suggest you not to edit the terrain or the camera, but you can mess around with the base plate. Just make sure you know what you do. So let's get started. So in here you can search an object. The one I'm going to search up is script. You can either get this script or this script or this script. The one we're focusing on today is just script. Now, as you can see, it says print world, hello world. What print does, it prints something down into an output or console. An output or console is like, it's like a output for information. You can print stuff other than hello world, like hello world, or hello Parker world, or hello Parker world. It doesn't matter what you put. But this is called a string. A string can be used for names and rephrasing, or not rephrasing. A string is basically a string of text or a line of text. These symbolize that that you're going to. This means that you are printing something within the print, are called brackets, or brackets, and you have to put the wording inside. It could be whatever you want inside of there. Alright, so since you got that out of the way, let's get on to variables. To start a variable, you have to do something like local. Make sure it's all lowercase, no capitals, or else you'll get an error like this. The reason why I have an error because I haven't set that variable to something. In order to set a variable to something, you have to give it a name. You can give a variable various names. as such as your own. My no. Now, I made a variable called my variable. What this does is creating a variable for my variable. Now, the next step of making a variable, you have to put an equal sign. This will make the variable know what it's going to be assigned to. So, let's just say you want an integer. Integer is a number. Let's say 5. Our variable is set to 5. If you want our variable to be set to a string, you can set it to a string. Alright, now let's get on to the more let's go on to a different basis. So let's say you have a variable called my variable and another variable called my variable 2 equal to 5. What this does is it's going to let's just say there's like 2 variables and they both have a container of 5. Next up, you got the print, which we saw a moment ago. This, now you can, sorry if I'm stuttering. Print can also store variables if you have numbers or string containers. So like my variable. So let's do my variable plus my variable 2. Let's see what the output gives us. So let's go ahead and run. We get a value of 10. Good. So now that you know what the variables can be used, let's get to properties and not properties, pathfinding things. Not pathfinding, but finding out different areas and stuff. So let's get rid of all of this. Now, let me show you something cool. If you put game, never mind. If you don't know what game means it's the first thing you're ever gonna do if you're gonna call this. It's the first thing you're gonna call workspace, players, core, GUI, lighting, plugin, GUI, service, replicate, blah blah blah, etc. And that's where you're gonna call them. So you put a dot, and then that service's name. So like workspace. There, you found workspace. Now, if you want to do something with the workspace, let's just say there's something inside. Let's just say the base plate. Inside the base plate, what we can do is base plate dot, and then we can edit it. The first thing I'm going to show you is the anchored. Anchored means that, let's just say we have a part, and it's not anchored. What does it do? Well, if a part's not anchored, it will drop, having physics being taken over. But if you were to anchor it, then the part would just stay in position. So let's try. Name my part, the part, my part, and let's just rename it my part dot anchored. Now, if you don't know what a boolean is a true or false type of function. So we'll put equals and then we put true. Now, if we go to my part here, we can see it's on. Turn it off. And now, it will not float, and anchored would be turned on automatically. So that's great. Now, what can you do with more of this? Well, for my part, you can do something like Let me see. I'll show you BrickColor. BrickColor is essentially changing the color of the brick. So let's just say, yes, stone, all these colors. Stone is default, or medium stone. To change the brick color, you gotta do BrickColor equals BrickColor dot, and then you can give it a color. We have blue. Now, if you want to get more advanced, you could do BrickColor dot new, and then what you gotta do is, you see these right here with the color at the bottom of cast shadow. You can get this select color prompt, and then you can select any color of your choice. Let's just go for a green. Now, what we can do is, you see this? I'm gonna copy and paste. To get a green, you can do these numbers. And let me just step back. If you don't know what these numbers are, it's like a vector 3. We'll get into those probably in the next tutorial or something. A vector 3 is essentially X, Y, and Z, but this is not really that. It's similar to vector 3, but except you're using different types, like numbers. This would be R, this would be B, this would be G, RBG. Red, green, or red, blue, green. This is how much the red is. This is how much the blue is. This is how much the green is. So if we run it, we should have a green part. It didn't work because, I'll show you why. It didn't work because I'm a weird person. Oh, and I also have to tell you this. If you have a color from the RBG, you cannot go further than 255. If you do 255, it'll just be blank. So now we got a semi-green, new yellow. I try and go for green, but I wasn't as precise. So now, what you can do, you can change any color of a brick as long as its name has this logo or a union, which we'll get into the next time. That's cool. Let's go to another one. So, there is different types of different kind of variables we can do. We could can collide. I'm gonna show you what can collide does. What can collide can do is essentially make it so that, let's just say you have a part, and if you by default, yes. Sorry about that. What essentially can collide can do is, by default, Roblox makes a part can collide equals true. That means when the part falls, yeah, it will have collision to the part. But if you turn it off, the part will go through any part. If it reaches to the void, which is all the way to the bottom of the skybox, then it will automatically delete itself. I'll show you. So I set it to false, and now if we run, it will fall through. And then in our workspace, it's not there anymore. Great. So since you have that, you can try something like making a rainbow. And I'll show you other things. So, next thing I'm going to show you is something called a weight. what await does is giving a delay of something specific to happen. So like wait, and then inside of these brackets or braces or whatever, you can input a number. The number represents a second. So 5 seconds, we can print a message. Oh, sorry. Message called hello world. And then we run, wait 5 seconds. We'll be prompted with hello world. So that's cool. So you can do wait for all kinds of things. Cool. And that will conclude today's video on how you can script on Roblox. Or this is the first tutorial on how to script on Roblox. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next video.